What's going on, guys? So here we are, we're at the shop getting ready for All Tech. We got home Monday at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was a lot of work, a long tiring weekend, and then we had to wake up and go to work on Tuesday. We're here watching Port Royal on the TV. We got the car kind of halfway clean. Adam's getting the gear changed in the Top Gun car for All Tech tomorrow. I don't know, I'm excited. A little bit of hope. I hope it works out. Only time will tell right now. We got to get the merch trailer tomorrow if everything looks great, and get going to the track. I think we're going to have a bunch of people at the track with us tomorrow. I think we'll probably pay for a couple of at least entry fees, or not entry fees, but start money for sprint cars. We'll probably have 15 people there. The Smiths will probably have another 10. So we'll have a big old crew with our cars to help pay for that purse, because, you know, sprint cars make too much. The last thing we have to do is swap tires out. We've already done fuel. So once the tires are swapped, we're pretty much ready for tomorrow. And hopefully we get this show in. Well, tonight didn't go too smooth. We were going through the injection, checking some stuff, and I guess the last time I fired this car off, I didn't clean the injection like I thought I did. The barrel valve was froze up after we spent about an hour getting, we got an old Hillborn on this motor. After we spent about an hour taking this and that off and getting to the barrel valve and getting it clean, we put the bypass on it and we got it to where we wanted it to be. But then as soon as I would open the throttle, it would lean itself out before it would actually go wide open. So that means the barrel valve is bypassing. So at that point, throw the old backup in it. So there's Adam. We just got done watching the Gold Cup, and got the motor in, got the radiator in, and we're going to go through the whole fuel system tomorrow as soon as we wake up and start getting this thing buttoned up. Got to get this thing on top dead center. You know, this Top Gun car is not set up like the Outlaws, so we are not prepped to just change a motor in like 20 minutes. It takes us a few hours. I got to take the mag from the other motor, put it in this motor, and so it's quite a bit of work for us, but at least we found it tonight and we're able to get it all swapped over. So it'll allow us to wash the wings a little bit. This thing was pretty dusty. Killed a big old fat mama Black Widow inside some of the panels. This thing's been sitting here since the beginning of May, and I swore I cleaned the injection. I didn't, and it's an old injection too, so it probably was on his last limb on the barrel valve anyways. We had a little bit of issues tuning it for the Volusia race that ended up raining out. So we got a game plan. We'll see how hard we can hit it. The merch trailer is over at Russ's, and we'll have to get it here if we have time. If we don't, you have to buy our t-shirts online, and we'll ship them to you. Well, it's right at 3 o'clock. We finally got this thing running right. So we're going to start getting it buttoned up to get to the track. It's been a heck of a day so far. We didn't leave the house till like 4:30.
and at the time the car wasn't quite right, so we had to do some adjusting to get it all right. So we made it to the track just in time to sign up and go out for practice. We made some laps. I just really wanted to get the car up to RPM, you know, make sure temperature and stuff was good. The track's still a little slimy right now around the bottom. I'm hoping, I start in the tail, so I'm hoping the top's going to have a little bit of something in this heat race. But I don't want to show my hand too early, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be all right. We got a bunch of people here. You can just scan around. Look at this beautiful Grubaugh Motorsports shirt. This is Brandon as well, but he just doesn't know how to spell his name. We got cousins and all kinds of little babies running around the pits. We didn't get the merch trailer here this weekend. Russ's truck got sent to the shop, and he ain't getting it till next week, and that's in New Smyrna on the other side of the state. We got part of Mark Rule Racing here, and Mark Rule Sr., since his son's up in New York with his old lady, Adam, wife, mom, James, right there.
I'm back here.
He even brought a tag along. So we're hoping to have a good night. There's only 11 cars here. Car count's a little down, but kind of be expected. We've never had the greatest car counts here, but with the motor rule changing to a 360 next year, a lot of guys that have hurt their motors aren't fixing them. They're coming back next year, locked and loaded to run 360s. And then we got a couple of guys that just won't travel. What's up? You guys, look, say hey, keep watching. Hopefully something cool happens.
Call the Speedway, make reservations now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here it's over. We started fourth, finished second. feel like Danny didn't tell me I ain't got mustard on my face.
Oh, my bad.
But I feel like we have a little bit more speed. We came in, we didn't really push it real hard. With all the issues we had with the motor and the fuel system, I wanted to be able to come back in and clean the injection, and I'm glad we did. It was pretty dirty, so we can only clean the line so good. We need that high pressure and high RPM to really clean them things out. So made some adjustments on the car, clean the injection, so hopefully we can run all 25 laps. We're gonna start outside pole, I just heard it, so see what we can do.
Over, and here they come, Top Gun Sprints. Wild Child in the flag stand. You see eyes over the field here tonight.
was awesome until it wasn't. Car was hooked up, man. It was running the top, just staying smooth. The track was taking rubber kind of all over the place. It was chattering the tires. So I was just doing everything I could do to keep the car as straight as possible and not really eat up the tires. Apparently we had a pretty good lead. I was lapping the car and he decided he wanted to move up and flip me in the left rear. So I ran over his front end and brought out a yellow. And on a restart, second through a slider, which I kind of knew was coming. The first one was clean. We went off into 3 and 4. He kind of did his deal. I hit the top of 1 and 2, and I knew I wasn't going to have any room off of that, so I went to the bottom and drag raced him to the bottom. About the time I was entering the corner, I didn't know how tight I'd be entering down there, so I started rolling off the throttle to not wash up into the car on the outside of me, and then he just turned left. And I couldn't hit the brakes fast enough to not hit him, and he chopped so hard that it hooked my bumper on his bumper and spun me around. I stood on the throttle, but the track was slick, and then we basically hit the wall at the left rear, blew a tire, bent a radius arm. But in a series like this, blue collar stuff, there's not any time to wait on getting your car fixed. So they just want to get the shows over. So unfortunately, we don't get the finish that we deserve. They know we'll be here. We've been waiting 4 years for this race, and I really hope we get some more coming on next year. Car count was a little low tonight, but our motor rules are changing big time. So I hope the track understands that we have about 4 or 5 guys that hurt motors that aren't going to build motors to build a 360 when there's only like a handful of races left. So I don't know where we finished. We were there. Wife is pissed, so I don't even think I got to say anything. I think she'll probably handle it myself. I could just stand in the back and eat popcorn. But we got a bunch of awesome sponsors on this car. We got Crossroad, Interlock, Brick Paving, Sirocco Electric, Rhino Roofing, Certified Air, Countryside, Arabian Farm, and then I got a ton of supporters. Come here, James. There are too many. Come here. Got all these names: Mike, Chris, Kenda, Josh, Mom, Dad, Wesley, Josh, Matt, Bo, Tyler, Steve, Sue, Amber, Danny, Donnie, Kenda. Damn, Kenda made it on there twice. Ronnie S. and Breeley. So, hey, if you're impressed by the video, go buy some merch. We need to sell some. You can find us on my Shopify. James will add the link in right here. And buy some stuff, man. Help us buy some parts and help us keep going to the track to put on a show. That's what we're here for.